Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Liam and we are back with a brand new video. Now, if you guys missed the unboxing video of my brand new parts for my new gaming PC build, you guys definitely want to go check that out. Right now is not the gaming PC build, as you can see by the title. It is why I'm getting rid of this PC I don't know where to point, right there. Right there. That PC right there. Why am I getting rid of that PC? And what am I gonna do with it? So I'm gonna be answering both those questions in this video, but first we need to get it out of here and take it apart, cause yeah, I don't want it there. This is the stuff for the new PC from the unboxing. This is gonna be a separate video, but probably recorded in the same time period, within the same 24 hours this is being recorded in. So yeah, there are a few things that I'm salvaging from this PC here. It's gonna be the Elgato and the hard drive, so yeah. What time is it? It is 9:50 p.m. I've had a long day of work, but I've gotta get to this or else it's not gonna get done for a while, and I need to get this done before going to college. So, alright, let's get this PC shut down off of the desk and over into the other room so I can go ahead and start taking it apart. Last shutdown this baby will ever end up seeing. Wow. Oh, screw you, Razer Synapse. Shut down anyway. Alright, good night. We're gonna go take it apart now. Need the toolbox. Oh, okay, that's heavy. Alright, there we go. Okay. And we're out here on the table. Thank gosh we have this big table here. Alright guys, so this is the baby that's been behind it all for the past year and a half now, maybe a little bit over that. This is my first ever good rig that I got, and I made an unboxing of it about a year and a half. It was December 2016 when I first got this gaming PC. So I got this from iBuyPower, great freaking company. I've had their computers pre-built for like 6 years now, going on 7 years. The first PC I had wasn't great, it wasn't the best, but it was a pre-built from them. And yeah, and this was also pre-built from them because at the time of buying both of them, I had no idea what I was doing. So I ended up opting for the pre-built option, which was a good idea at the time, but now I've grown, I know how to you know, build a computer now. So we're gonna be saying goodbye to old reliable here. We've had our ups and downs, as with everything does and everything goes in life. So yeah, it's just time for an upgrade. So let's go ahead and get this out of here. So basically I'm gonna be answering 2 questions while taking this computer apart. Now I don't think I'm gonna finish taking it apart within the time period of answering the questions. I'll probably finish taking most of it apart off camera, but 2 questions are, what am I going to be doing with this computer now? Obviously you guys know that I'm taking it apart right now, currently. So I'm going to be taking it apart, and I'm going to be selling it for parts to pay partially for my new build. Now I do have enough money to pay for it without selling my old computer, but there's really no reason for me to keep any of these parts in here. It's just not, I don't need it. It's pretty dusty actually. Ooh, I need to clean that out. So yeah, like I said, there's really no reason for me to keep it. I don't need a backup computer. I'm going to college, so yeah, I just wanted an upgrade. Definitely wanted an upgrade. Man, I really should have maintained this computer better. It's okay though. It still is in actually pretty darn good condition if I'm being honest. I guess I can do the RAM first, it's pretty easy. What is this? ADATA XPG RAM, 8GB stick here. So in total, this computer had 16 gigs of RAM, not 32 like my next build's gonna have. This one only had 16, so pretty decent RAM. Let me see the clock speed it had. 2400 clock speed, not too great, but it's okay. Warranty void if removed. Okay, well I guess we just avoided the RAM warranty. No big deal, it's not like I'm gonna use this RAM again. So I'll go ahead and answer the question of what I'm gonna do with this computer. Like I said, I'm just gonna be selling the parts inside of it. I may keep some of the stuff, like I might keep that RAM there. I may keep the CPU cooler as well. I don't know if it'll be worth trying to sell that. But like the graphics card and the processor and the motherboard, I could definitely sell for, you know, a decent sum of money. So I've got a 6700K in here and GTX 1060 6GB, so something I could definitely sell. Let's go ahead and might as well go ahead and take out the Elgato Stream Deck since we're gonna be needing, or Stream Deck, what am I talking about? The Elgato HD60S. Does it, I can't remember how I installed it. Does it just pop on out here? Or is it screwed down? Taking out now. See if you guys can see. All right. So we've got the Elgato HD60, is it the S? Oh, Pro. Elgato HD60 Pro, we're taking that out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this over here. We're gonna save that. Because that's something we definitely don't wanna get rid of because I'm gonna be putting that in the new PC. So we've got the HD60 Pro out now, and I need to take out the graphics card, so. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna clean my new PC, that's for sure. Should have done that, but with this computer, but check it out. It's actually, it's pretty disgusting. Like I said, I was scared to get inside my computer before because I was terrified of breaking something, but now I actually know how computers work, so. All right, I've got a trash can. I'm just gonna wipe off this dust here. I'll detail everything up later, but I'll just pick and pull out this stuff. So I'll answer the next question now. Why am I upgrading? Why do I need to upgrade my Intel Core i7 6700K 6th gen? So it's still pretty recent of a processor, and still a good processor for the matter of fact, and a GTX 1060 6GB. Why the heck do I need to upgrade from that to what I'm doing to my next PC build? If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't have a real good answer for that. I don't need to upgrade. Like, there is really no reason for me to upgrade at all, other than I want the newest hardware. And even though this is still pretty new hardware, there's still gonna be new hardware coming out in the future. I just want something that's a little bit more powerful than this thing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this stuff is not powerful, because it is. And I know people who who are not as fortunate as I am to have this kind of computer, but I felt like I needed an upgrade, especially with going to college soon. I just felt like I did not want to, you know, stick with this same PC. I figured I might as well upgrade now while I have the money, and I'll be able to have a good computer that lasts me for quite some time in college, hopefully. That's what the goal is with this. So let's see what the wire management is right here. I've taken some of this computer apart before. I haven't taken the full thing apart, like I didn't take the CPU cooler off, but I've checked out the cables, rerouted a few things, so I don't remember what the back of this computer looks like at all. It could be a rat's nest, could be okay. I'm hoping everything's not super tangled. That's what I'm hoping for. I should know because it's my computer, but I don't really know that much, so. I haven't actually really looked back there before. Oh, it's not that bad at all. It's actually pretty neat for the most part. If I'm being completely honest, it's not bad at all. It is a little bit of a mess, but definitely something that you can work on, or work with. I actually got my hard drive mounted back there as well, so at the back, hopefully the cables are not too bad. I don't think they are at all. Alright, just some little grind spots left. I think this actually might be the wireless. WPS, oh, this is definitely. AC600, USB, WLAN adapter, LAN adapter. So, oh, okay, so this is coming from, how is this routed? Because I don't know how they did this. Okay, this is just a mess right now. We'll leave it how it is. So there's this case fan connector back here. I may use that as something in which I can connect more case fans. Because all of my case fans right now are plugged into the power supply, which is kind of odd. The way that pre-built people do their case fans, they don't actually plug them into the motherboard somehow, because you'll run out of slots. So I think they mainly just go ahead and use straight plugging it into the power supply. So that's just what I've noticed from builds and such. So. Oh wow, so, okay, this is interesting. So these case fans come specifically with, I believe, I want to say this is I understand the way that they're powered, but it's weird. Like, I understand how they're connected. It's just an odd way of powering the fans. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just different, I guess. Alright, so case fan numero uno. So it is a, what kind of fan? I don't even know what these are. So it looks like it's called an art fan. No idea what the size is or anything. It's blue. It's just a standard case fan, I guess. Nothing really too special about it. It's no Corsair case fan, that's for sure. So I'm gonna get these screws in a bag here. I'm gonna get a Sharpie in a bag. Quite a few bags. Now this is what you definitely wanna do when you're gonna be taking apart your computer and you want to know where things are. Case fans. Label those case fans. Throw the screws in here. And go ahead and close the bag up. And the reason I'm leaving these out is because I'm planning on putting them back in after, so I have no reason to put them in a bag because I'm gonna just stick them back in right after, So I really advise you guys, if you're really interested in computers, or even if you just have a slight interest, just watch some videos on how to build or take apart a computer. It's really not hard. It's much easier than you guys think. Now, you may be like, oh yeah, because you've done it before. Yeah, that is true, but the first time I did it, I pretty much felt exactly like I knew what I was doing, like just from watching other videos and people doing it and stuff. I've watched so many PC builds, but by the time I first built my PC, I didn't really have to use my instruction manual at all. Now, obviously, I still did, and you still should, just to make sure that you build correctly and you do things the way that they're supposed to be done, and not just start screwing things in random places, because that's a good way to mess up your computer. You could short out your motherboard, something like that. Just tons of different things that could happen if you're not being conscious or careful enough. So this is a case fan over the radiator of the Corsair something cooler. I don't know what kind of cooler it is. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a good cooler. Oh, that is no bueno. That is no bueno. Okay, how is this connected? Oh, this is connected to this pin here on the motherboard. Okay, cool. So that was connected like that. Easy enough. Oh boy, that poor freaking radiator, man. Oh God, I should have cleaned that thing. Look at it here, I'll try and show you guys. Can you see? Let me see if you can see. That is so dusty, man. I'm gonna have to clean that out for sure. So yeah, this just goes to show what it looks like in a computer after not really cleaning too much. So yeah, okay. These fans, or these screws here, we'll go ahead and screw out the back fans, I guess. I might as well do that now. I'm gonna take this entire cooler out. Okay, so only two on the back. So basically what this screw here is it goes all the way through from this fan right here. So it'll go all the way through and into the radiator of your computer like that. See how there's a little bit sticking out in the end here? That will go into your radiator. So we'll screw your fan to the radiator. However, for the back one, there are two screws that are this size. So it's not connected to the radiator. So it's only connected to the radiator via two of those long screws there, which is interesting because that's definitely not how it's supposed to be. And if you buy a cooler, it should come with the designated screws to do that. So I don't know if they like lost the screws or something like that. Maybe they did. But it should come with dedicated screws to go ahead and... No, it is connected by two. It's connected in the corner by this. I mean, it's still strong. It's not like it's not strongly connected. It's just not connected all by long screws, which I find quite interesting. Alright, so I think the recording just cut. It sometimes does, but okay, as I try not to drop the dusty radiator. So the recording just cut, which is fine, because it just stops recording after about 23 to 24 minutes, which probably good, so that it doesn't freaking blow my battery up. Or it reminds me that I'm still recording. Some people might just forget that they're still recording. So these case fans are actually what doesn't plug into the motherboard. So they all have these connections. I can't remember if that's SATA or PCIe. I don't think it's PCIe because, yeah, no, that's not PCIe. What is this? Doesn't even say on here. I'm pretty sure they're SATA. It's nothing special. They're just regular fans that would plug into the motherboard, I guess. So, but you can also plug them into the power supply. And remove the radiator. So we've got the radiator kind of just chilling down here. So that's how it's sitting there right now. I actually, you want to know what's funny? Actually, it's not really funny. It's like kind of like up-badging a car. Not really, but see this logo right here? This is actually the Elgato logo. Now, I don't know what gave me the audacity to stick the little thing that came with the Elgato. It's a little sticker. I took it from this and went ahead and stuck it on the cooler. Now, I don't know why I did that. I guess I thought I was being funny, and it's kind of funny. It's just kind of stupid. But, yeah, I stuck it on the radiator, or not on the radiator, on the actual cooler here. So it sort of looks like a C. It looks more like a C than an E. So, I mean, if we're being brutally honest. Hold on now. Okay, so this back part came out. So this is the back plate for so it screws into the back of the motherboard, and it should just go right on out now. There's the thermal paste on it, right there. There's the thermal paste on the old CPU. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that stuff off in a little bit, not right now. I will put this radiator over here with this stuff. This is, by the way, if you guys don't know what motherboard this is the B150 PC Mate, I think. Yeah, B150 PC Mate, it says it right here. And yeah, so that's what that is. This is the place where you mount the SSD. Oh, I'm speaking of mounting SSD. You know what we can do now is undo the hard drive. I forgot about it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So you actually just slide up and out. Interesting. Okay, I actually did not know how that worked. I had no idea how the mounting mechanism in this case actually worked until just now. Because I've never needed to add additional storage. Now, all I did have in this PC was a 2 terabyte hard drive in here. So it wasn't anything, you know, crazy. I didn't have any SSD like I'm gonna have in my next build. Didn't have any M.2 SSD or anything like that. Just a regular old 2 terabyte hard drive. But I'm gonna be keeping that for the next build because I've got Windows installed on here. So we're gonna be keeping Windows. I'm actually gonna try and clone it, is what I've seen online, is what it's called. Clone the SSD, clone the Windows 10 to the SSD, and then use the hard drive for storing all my other things. So I answered the 2 questions that I wanted to for the most part, and you guys get to watch me take apart a computer. So it doesn't get much better than that. This thing just goes back on here. There's a roll 2 terabyte Toshiba hard drive. It really is a simple process. Now these wires it looks like there's a ton of wires here. I promise it is not that bad because half of them aren't even plugged in, and I'll explain why. So basically, like, you guys are getting an entire PC breakdown. This is not what I expected to do today. This is basically all the knowledge that I have on computers that I'm telling you guys right now. So basically what all these cables are is because this power supply in here, that's also PSU power supply, same thing. They are synonyms. So this PSU in here is actually a fully modular power supply. Now it's probably not an EVGA, Corsair, what other power supply, I'm blanking on them right now, but they're not any, it's probably a no brand, no name, silver is the color of them normally, power supply, which means, and it's it's non-modular at all. So when it's non-modular, it has a bunch of cables coming out that are unable to be unplugged unless you actually go into the power supply and start tampering with the wires inside of it. So they're basically not able to be manipulated in any way. So, but there is the fully modular power supplies, which are generally much more expensive to buy. And that's where you plug in something to the motherboard, plug in something to the power supply. So you can eliminate having to have all these other cables that aren't plugged in, or they're wasting space pretty much. So yeah. And this thermal paste job is bad. Now, I've always been a fan of, the whole thermal paste thing, it always kind of scared me. That was kind of the scariest part to me for building a computer. I know all it is a dot in the center, and that's what you do, but if I'm being honest, nowadays, you might as well just use the stuff that comes on if you're getting a liquid cooler, just use the liquid cooling default, thermal paste. It's not the best thermal paste. They won't give you the best job. They probably just use the default one because it came with it, cheapest thing to do. So yeah, that's what they probably did. And if I'm being honest, there's nothing wrong with that. It only may hinder you if you're overclocking a lot. However, I didn't overclock once. I never needed to, and I'm probably never going to because I have no real reason to. Like, all my stuff on my computer, I'm gonna be using it for editing, gaming, streaming, anything like that. I'm not gonna be doing any hardcore 4K anything. And that's basically all it is nowadays to do that kind of stuff, is all 4K is what you'll need to overclock for to actually, to not just be overclocking for no reason, so. Much easier than I thought it would be, and it's taking me a lot less time than I thought it would also. Alright, so it's still screwed in. Man, they really screwed this dang power supply in. If they screwed anything in, it was this power supply. Alright, got that out. What, can this thing just slide out here now? Let's see. Oh, perfect. You can actually see what power supply is. See, it is called a high power supply. Yeah, I've never heard of a company named High Power in my however many years of existing on this planet. Oh wait, there's still a cable. So yeah, this is what a non-modular power supply looks like. All of these cables coming out of here. And you can do nothing about it unless you can actually get inside the power supply and start messing with internal stuff, which I don't want to do, and I don't think anybody else really wants to do. It's worth just spending frickin' $30 extra on a fully modular one with maybe a little bit less power. In my opinion, it's much more worth it. Let's just start pulling cables through. I can't be arsed with these amount of freaking tangled cables. This is also part of the reason why I just wanted to get a new computer, because this damn cable mess is... I knew it would be bad, and it's not as bad as I thought it would be, but still. Oh, I know what this is for. This is for powering the lighting on the front. See, that's why there were so many okay, that makes sense. That makes complete sense, because there's an LED light strip on the front that goes down the side. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's also probably part of what this is for as well. So this is all stuff that's connected to the front of the case. Okay guys, so I'm gonna record this last little bit here of me taking out the motherboard, and then that's probably gonna be it for this video, and then I'm just gonna clean everything up, this entire desk, because I've got to either wake up really early in the morning tomorrow to go ahead and start building the new PC, or I'm gonna have to do that tonight, which I wanna at least start on, but I also need to charge my camera some more. So I'm gonna record taking out the motherboard real quick like, and that will be the conclusion of this video. That's what that's plugged into. Okay, so this actually makes a lot of sense now. So I forgot completely that I had not HD anything. I had LED lights up here. So the way that's connected is via, well, I don't know if you can see the lights. There you go. Those lights right there, that's what that white stuff is. It's connected via that box that I completely forgot was there. So yeah, let me charge my camera because it's about to die. I'm gonna take out this other stuff and let me charge my camera a little bit and I'll pick it back up in a little bit. Okay guys, so I've got everything out of the computer now. It is only, I think, 11:46 maybe? 42, 11:42, and if I'm being completely honest, I finished about 45 minutes ago. I just had to let my camera charge up more, and yeah, it was pretty easy, being completely honest. So I've got the I/O shield right here, the motherboard, and the CPU is no longer in the motherboard anymore. I took it out. Elgato Stream why do I keep saying the Stream Deck? HD60 Pro, gonna be keeping that. The GeForce GTX 1060, 6 gigabytes right there. 16 gigs of RAM right here by ADATA. All the screws that I have written on here mounting the GPU. This is actually the internal case lighting that I took out and ripped out. The iBuyPower standard one, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. We've got the case fans over here, 3 case fans, all blue LEDs. Let's see, this is the processor in here, i7 6700K, focus, 6700K, there we go. We've got the hard drive, which I'm gonna keep because that's got my Windows and all the rest of my files on it, and the radiator, which I've pretty much cleaned up all the way for the most part, and I cleaned it all up. And then there's this thing, which is an internal USB hub, which is very interesting. I may actually end up using this in the next build. And this is the Wi-Fi, so like how to get Wi-Fi in there. It's basically just you can you plug it into the USB on outside of the computer. They just put it on the inside. And then these are the panels and the power supply over there. So that is the computer breakdown. So here's the case, nothing is inside of it, nothing at all. I've cleaned it all out for the most part, and yeah, I kind of want to now custom paint it. I know that sounds kind of odd, but I kind of do, because it'd be funny and interesting to do. So yeah, but maybe eventually some other time, not now. That's all I've got for you guys today. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below. I answered the 2 questions, and you guys got to see a full breakdown of taking a PC apart. So if you enjoyed, like I said, leave a like, subscribe if you are new. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, all at XZeno. And that's all I have for you guys today. Peace out.